While Kharkiv is burning, it's a doomed, devastated city. It's the second largest metropolis in the country. It is the capital city of Kyiv that's bracing for what could be a massive mother of all assaults. Kyiv is about 480 kilometers west of Kharkiv, and it is here that a large military convoy is headed towards it. Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv is bracing for a big attack by the Russian army as its once bustling suburbs now lie in ruins amidst the death and destruction and rubble there. Here's a report. Could Kyiv be besieged by the Russian army next?
A TV tower razed in a heart-stopping aerial strike. Rescue workers rummaging through piles of mangled buildings, hoping against hope to find survivors. Once bustling neighborhoods devastated and burning for hours together after Russian troops rained fire from the sky. Amid the deaths, destruction and rubble, India Today remains the last channel still reporting from Kyiv, which is now a ghost city. Deep inside the devastating war zone, India Today's Gaurav Sawant spoke to civilian soldiers readying a last stand to resist invading Russians.
We are at a picket at a checkpoint, and multiple such checkpoints have been set up to defend Kyiv from the imminent Russian invasion. And with me are members of this checkpoint defense team. What they have in their hands, and look very closely, these are Molotov cocktails or petrol bombs being made right here. They're being made by the women and used by the men here. Just with Molotov cocktails, how will you defend your neighborhood? How will you defend Kyiv?
Нам не страшно, мы не боимся. Мы их передушим при помощи коктейля Молотова.
They are not afraid. They are not afraid for Russians. They are not afraid. Even without weapons, without petrol bombs, they are ready for war. So they don't have any problem. Even they don't have any bomb or any weapon.
A round of the city catches the images of ruin all around.
You know, as we drive through the city, we are just trying to show you virtually every corner of Kyiv today, because this is what the world is fearing, that there would be an attack on this city, and that attack could happen anytime now. Ambulances on standby, hospitals on standby. Preeti, I also went to the church here, and the church is now chipping in, giving food and shelter to refugees. The church is also, Preeti, preparing hospital beds. Church is preparing to look after people who may be injured in combat. Whether civilians or soldiers, we do not know. The hope that at least a religious institution, the 10th century church, will not be targeted either in artillery, grad, rocket or even missile fire.
The city is witnessing unending, blaring air raid sirens, followed by deafening roars of air attacks. Hit by one barrage of missiles and rockets after another.
Some damage that has been suffered by the Russian side as well.
Can you hear the firing? Can you hear the firing right now?
Yeah, we can hear it.
Shots, can you see? They're very close. They're in the center, city center of Kyiv right now. It's in very close. They're just about a kilometer away, right in the city center of Kyiv right now. Okay, please continue.
Air raid siren, Rajesh?
No, it was firing. It was firing.
Russia struck the TV tower in Kyiv on Tuesday that killed 5 people and wounded 5 more. TV channels across the country stopped broadcasting after the attack, aimed at crippling Ukraine's broadcast network. Earlier, Russia had issued a warning that it would strike Kyiv's security service headquarters with high-precision weapons. Residents living close by were asked to flee immediately. How long can the Ukrainian capital and its small band of soldiers and residents resist the unsparing Russian onslaught. With Gaurav Sawant and Rajesh Pawar, the only reporters still on the ground in besieged Kyiv. Bureau Report, India Today.
Rajesh Pawar is live with me from Kyiv city, the capital. Rajesh, my first question to you is not about Kyiv. I'm going to come to Kyiv in a moment, but my first question to you is about Kharkiv, where the Indian embassy has issued an advisory asking all students there to leave as quickly as possible by 6 p.m. local time. They need to make it either on foot or by whatever means necessary to 3 safe zone facilities which are between 11 and 16 kilometers away. What are you hearing? There are thousands of students still there.
Look, Shiv, there are not thousands. There are right now just 500 to 600 students still stuck in Kharkiv. And I have been in touch with most of them. They've been calling me for help. And
okay, we've lost that link with Rajesh. We'll try and re-establish that link. There are problems with signal at this point. We are experiencing more communication disruptions in Kyiv. We don't know if that's a sign of jamming or scramblers that may be in operation there at this point of time. We'll keep you posted on that. Rajesh saying there are between 500 and 600 students who are currently in Kharkiv. Still a large number, not thousands, 500 to 600 he says. That's still a huge number, an almost unmanageable number as far as getting them all out to safety is concerned at a time when their safety clearly cannot be guaranteed. That's the situation. Well, yes, Rajesh, go ahead. We lost you for a moment. Go ahead. You were telling us about the Indian Embassy advisory.
yes, I was telling you that there are not thousands students stuck in Kharkiv now. There are only about 500 to 600 students left in Kharkiv. I'm in regular touch with these students. They have been calling me regularly for guidance and help. I can't help them much from here. I have no resources, but I've been trying to guide them to reach the train station and trying to find out if they are in trains out of Kharkiv. Let me tell you, there are still 2 more trains to go out of Kharkiv today and 3 to 4 trains left today. Many students have already left. Many students reached Kharkiv train station on foot, some of them walking 8 to 10 kilometers. But there was a problem there. On the train station, there is huge number of Ukrainian citizens who are also fleeing the city. And this is a big problem for them, whom to let go inside the train first. So they were giving preference only to Ukrainian people and girl students first, and this created panic in some Indian male students. But I have been trying to talk to people there that somehow they told me they will be given an opportunity to board the train, but there are 2 more trains to go. So things are more or less getting better for the students. And as far as this advisory is concerned, it's useless at this moment. What is the point of issuing advisory at a time when the whole city has been devastated by war? This advisory has no meaning as far as I think. Over to you, Shiv.
Okay, we should be careful about what we say about advisories. We don't want to confuse students there. Talking about the city itself, Rajesh, talking about the city of Kharkiv itself, what is your assessment? It's been devastated completely. The number of attacks is actually increasing. Is it near falling into Russian hands?
Look, I have been seeing reports from Western media about how civilian centers have been hit, the police headquarters, libraries, and have been hit by missiles, and the whole city has been devastated. It's not really true. Yes, missiles have fallen in civilian areas, police headquarters has been hit, but the whole city has not been destroyed. It is just few pockets where these missiles have landed. Fighting had been intense today in Kharkiv. It in fact has been going on for last 48 hours. And as per my information concerned, Kharkiv has already fallen, which means it is already under the control of the Russian military. There are few pockets still left where fighting is going on, a bit of fighting is going on, but more or less the city has already fallen. Over to you, Shiv.
What is next for Kharkiv? What do you think? You think it's going to, even with these targeted strikes, you think that's what's going to happen? That the Russian army will be able to take control of the city with these targeted attacks?
It's not just targeted attacks by air or by the missiles. The Russian ground forces have moved inside Kharkiv. Kharkiv town has been captured by Russian ground forces. Most of its of it is already under control of Russian forces. There are certain pockets left where fighting is still going on, and this is coming from Russian media that the Ukrainian army has been hiding inside civilian residential buildings, in civilian residential apartments, and that is why those civilian areas had to be targeted by Russian military. Over to you, Shiv.
Okay, Rajesh, appreciate that. Stay safe. We'll keep coming back to you. Situation very, very volatile in Kharkiv. Those are the images that we've been getting to you from second largest city of Ukraine that could be very soon in Russian hands. Let's see how that plays out. And Kyiv, where Rajesh and Gaurav are reporting from, could possibly be next. Taking a very quick break, 30 seconds back, more live reports coming in from at least 3 cities in Ukraine. All of them seeing fearsome fighting at this time.